What is up, guys? My name is Jen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going over how to hand build pipes. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to make simple pipes so you can start making pipes. This is how I started making pipes. I didn't have a wheel or anything. Just some clay, a few tools, and a table is all you need, and you can make basically whatever pipe you want, which is pretty cool. So let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to use on making pipes is we got a whole bunch of clay. We have some slip, which is just water and dried clay mixed together. That's going to act as your glue when we're putting pieces of clay together. I have wooden sticks, which are going to be your like how you hollow out like the stem hole and the bowl hole. A knife if you want to cut things down, a sponge, and then a cup of water. And that should be everything. So for the first one, you're just going to take a chunk of clay, and we're going to go for like that classic looking pipe, kind of like those tobacco looking pipes. Those are like my favorite pipes. So you're going to roll out this clay. You're going to have a chunk to take aside. That's just going to be a circle, or you're going to make it into a sphere. And that will be your bowl. And then you'll have the stem part you got to make. So you're just going to roll that out until you have the size of stem you want. And then you can cut it down if you need to. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Cool. So we got our stem. So the sphere we're going to take, and then we're basically going to create a bowl out of it, like a pinch pot. I'm sorry about that crow. My studio's outside, so if you hear birds, that's why. Anyways, so you're going to put your thumbs in. You're just going to create a hole like so. And this will be as big or as little as you want. But what you do want to do is you want to leave a little bit extra clay at the bottom, because where it's going to connect here is going to go through. Stem hole's going to go in through the bottom. There's going to be a hole here. So where these two connect, it's going to be below the bowl. Alright, so now that I have this bowl made, I'm going to go ahead and create a hole here for where the herb's going to be. And then I'm going to create another hole here. I want them to line up, so go about there. And then you just go back and forth between the two until it's all cleared out. So now that should line up like that, basically. So then we're going to go ahead and put a hole through the stem. I go in about halfway through. Then I come out and go halfway through the other, and I keep repeating those steps until I'm all the way through. Because sometimes I've noticed if I just try to go all the way through on one side, I'll go in at an angle and then it won't actually end up working out. So just like that. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a nice hole and I can line up right there. So now it's time to add these two pieces together. So I'm going to score and slip both of them. So with a needle tool, which I should have added at the beginning, but you need a needle tool. I'm going to go ahead and score this. Then we're going to add some slip. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this through there to stabilize it. So then when I combine these, I know the holes will match up. So then we'll just go ahead and mend it all together. Okay, perfect. So now that's now together. And then you can go ahead and clean up all your areas, clean up the bowl. Sometimes it's good to let this sit for a little bit and then add little additions to it once it's a little bit drier. Go ahead and test it. Blows through. And here's your first pipe. It's like a nice classic tobacco looking pipe. These are one of my favorites. You could also add a carpole, which we didn't add in this one, but we'll add a carpole in the next one to show you what that looks like. Okay, so our second pipe is going to be the spoon-shaped pipe, like that classic weed-shaped pipe. We're going to make one of those. So grab yourself some more clay, about the size of the pipe you'd like, and you're going to mold it into a cylinder. So kind of like that. And you're gonna wanna round off all the edges. So I like to put a little thumbprint on where my bowl is gonna be, just so I can like see it. And that kind of helps, just a slight slight little thumbprint there, and you can barely even see that. That's better. I don't want to go too deep because I want to kind of build the bowl out first. So now I know what that is. I'm going to then go inwards like those spoon-shaped pipes do. So I'm going to put it on the table, and we're just kind of going to move clay downwards towards the stem. This is going to be kind of a fat one, I think. So now you guys should have something kind of looking like this. I know it's looking a bit wonky right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your sticks and you're going to put it in the middle of where that bowl will be. Just kind of eye that in and go down just like, not all the way through obviously, but to about as far as you think that stem hole is going to be. And then you're going to create the stem hole. So you got to be really careful with this one because you're going all the way through, so try to stay as straight as possible, and then you can usually see it, the stick appear in that little bowl hole, so you know that you went straight. If it doesn't appear, then you may have gotten off course on it, so just take it out and try to restart. So then I just go back and forth clearing out the clay at the intersection. And then this one I want to have a carpel, so the carpel is going to intersect in the bowl hole and the stem hole, but it's going to be under the bowl, so make sure you go low enough down. So like right there. And there we go. Got a nice carpel, we got a bowl hole and a stem hole. I like to put my stem hole back into the pipe and kind of mold around it, so then I am not losing that hole as I work. And then you can just kind of shape around this, which is helpful. You can kind of clean your bowl out a little bit more for how big you want it. We're gonna have a nice big bowl on this one. And then as these dry, I would keep reopening or just checking the holes to make sure they're clear because the clay does shrink a little bit as it dries and you don't want to lose those holes. And then flow through and you're good to go. So that right there is a spoon-shaped bowl. And also when it becomes leather hard, you can like scrape off more clay and make it more cleaner looking, but this is the base of one. Okay, last pipe we're gonna make is a chillum. Very classic weed pipe and very easy. So we're gonna take one piece and roll into cylinder again to get that stem shape. And this one we're gonna have like a bowl attached to the outside of the chillum. I'll show you in a sec. So we'll take another little piece of clay, not even very big, and make it into a ball and set it aside. Cool. So we got a nice cylinder shape. We're going to create the stem. So we're going to go in halfway and then come out, go in the other way halfway until they meet in the middle. There we go. And there you have that, which I don't even know if you can see that. So then we're going to make a tiny little bowl out of this sphere. It's gonna be like another little pinch pot. I'm gonna go around my finger because I want it to be small. It's a nice little bowl. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine the two like that. So I'm going to create a hole in my bowl. Right there. So we're gonna score and slip. Score the edges. And then add slip. And then I'm going to put this down, just put the stick through just for some sturdiness. And then combine the two. You want it to be nice and seamless looking. Perfect. And there you have yourself a little chillum. So these are three just easy, simple, basic pipes to make, but once you realize that, I mean, they're so simple, it's just a stem and a bowl and a carpel if you want to add it, you can make like endless amount of pipes. I've made all sorts of different types of pipes, and you can just get really creative with it, and it's a lot of fun. So hope this helps you make your first pipe. And I think next video I'll show you guys how to make pipes on a wheel, because that's kind of fun, that's pretty fun as well. And so for those with a wheel or want to do pipes on a wheel, check out my next video. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.